Perhaps you're wondering what it is that we'll actually do in a coaching session from week to week. Now, the very first thing that we do before the coaching program begins is what's called an alignment. And the alignment is about unpacking where it is that you want to go in life and business, what it is that you want to achieve. And then from there, we set a plan about how to achieve that. Now, the coaching sessions are designed so that you have accountability around the actions, the daily, weekly, monthly actions that will ensure that you achieve that plan and therefore your goals. And so in the coaching session, we're really focused on two things. The first is that accountability, as we said, making sure that we're holding up the standard and going, have we done what we said we were going to do? And if not, why not? And also that we make some adjustments along the way, because there are going to be things that come up along the way where you go, I just need some extra input on this, or I need challenging here. There's going to be some thinking that we need to shift. So each week we'll be meeting on a weekly or fortnightly basis, and we'll be following the same framework. So I'm going to show you that framework now. And it's really quite simple. The first thing that we're going to do each week is we're going to start with a WIFL. A WIFL stands for what I feel like expressing, and it's really just a temperature check for me and for you to ensure that anything that you want to get off your chest, you get to be able to say it, and I know where you're at. And then we're going to move into burning. So burnings is just any burning questions that we might have from the WIFL. Then we move into commitments. Again, each week we'll be covering off what is it that we said that we were going to do last week, and did we do it? So that next box is key. If not, why not? Now, sometimes it might be that you just need some more education. Sometimes it might be that there was a thinking block around the particular task. Either way, we're going to have a conversation about it. Then we refresh on our 6-week goal. And we're going to work in 6-week cycles. We'll talk about that in another video. But we're putting that project goal in front of you every week to make sure that you're clear on what it is and how you're tracking against it. And then we'll set the outcome for the session. So I'll ask you, what is it that's going to be most valuable for us to discuss in the session? And then we'll go into the body of the conversation. So that will generally be organised around your 6-week goal. It'll be something in line with that, or it'll be something in line with this, why you haven't done what you said you were going to do. But again, the goal is not for that to be the conversation each week. We want you executing from week to week. Then we'll make some commitments for the next week, and I'll be asking really pointy questions at this point. When are you going to do that? What might stop that from happening? Who else could you involve? And we'll talk through any obstacles that might slow that down and what we can do to reduce those or the chances of those impacting you. Then I'll ask you what it is that I can do to support you. Sometimes that might be a text or an additional resource that I can provide to you, and any follow-up that is required during the weeks or week. And finally, then we'll finish with what's been most valuable. We've obviously had a great discussion. There's been some good takeaways, and we want to really double down and lock in on those. And so we ask you at the very end what's been most valuable from the session. Hope that's been helpful for you. And if you want any more information on how the coaching session runs and some of those other things, then check out some of the other videos we've recorded on those topics like the alignment. See you soon.